Welcome back to the channel. I haven't scratched my head at the beginning of the video. That's progress for you. Today we're going to discuss Mad Max, the 4K Anthology set, and the music that goes along with the films. It's a wonderful, wonderful set, that's what I'll say. But let's have a quick overview of what's in the box. So over to Other Me on the product placement towel for a quick preview. This rigid box housing the 4 discs: Mad Max the Road Warrior, or Mad Max 2 here in the UK, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, and Mad Max Fury Road. So let's take them out, let's move that across. First up, Mad Max 4K Ultra HD. There's the 4K and the Blu-ray, and an extra disc, The Madness of Max. That's a feature-length documentary from 2015, I think, on the making of Mad Max, and they interview almost everyone involved with the film. That's a brilliant, brilliant little extra. Now, special features. Look at all those special features. None of those special features are on the disc, apart from that bonus DVD, The Madness of Max. The Other Me will explain about that. But yeah, it's a shame. Just a printing error there. But yeah, that's the Mad Max disc. Next up, Mad Max 2, or as it's called here, Mad Max the Road Warrior. A superb commentary by George Miller and Dean Sumler, the cinematographer. A great kind of 45-minute making of the Road Warrior there. It's only on the 4K disc, and an introduction by Leonard Maltin. Yep. Next up, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Again, 4K disc, Blu-ray disc. Bereft of extras, but great film. And finally, who'd have thunk it? Mad Max Fury Road with Tom Hardy as Max Rokotansky, Charlize Theron as Furiosa. I was in doubt about this when it came out, so I thought, because there was talk about it being PG-13 and all this kind of rubbish, and I was thinking, well, you know, it's been 30 years since the original one. But anyway, Other Me will talk about that. Packed full of great special features. There's no commentary on this one, which is a shame, because George Miller's great at those commentaries. I've only heard one, but he was brilliant at it. But loads of great documentaries on the making of this, about an hour and a half's worth. And, you know, 99% of it was done for real. But yeah, astonishing film. But yeah, that's the 4 discs that come in this Mad Max set. You can pick it up for, you know, anywhere between £40 and £60, depends where you buy it. But I thoroughly recommend it. Anyway, back to the Other Me. Okay, I mentioned in that the special features on the Mad Max disc weren't there. Now, when I first got this box set, I went through everything, and I couldn't find special features anywhere on either disc, on the 4K disc or the Blu-ray disc of the first Mad Max. So what I did was I sent an email to Warner Brothers to see, you know, just to find out whether this was a mistake, and it was just a printing error on the back. Maybe it was the cover of an old release of Mad Max. I was fine. I was excited that those special features might be there and I might have the wrong disc, but if they weren't, it's fine. So I eventually heard back from them, and they said, we're sorry about that, we'll replace it, just send us the details of your order. And I said, well, I actually bought it in an HMV. I'm just trying to find out whether this is an incorrect disc or an incorrect printing thing or whatever it was. And they sent me another email saying, oh, I'm sorry, we can't help because you didn't buy it through our store. And they gave me a whole list of other Warner Brothers emails to contact regarding my issue. I had no idea who to contact. So I picked one that I thought would be the right one to contact. Sent another email off to Warner Brothers asking, you know, is this what's supposed to be on this disc, or are there supposed to be extras? You know, what's going on? Didn't hear anything back for a week. Then I got an email from HMV, because Warner Brothers had passed my email to HMV. And HMV said, oh yeah, if you bring it in, we'll replace it. And so I sent an email back saying, is this an incorrect disc? Are you going to replace it with a disc with all the extras on? And they said, yeah, we're aware of an issue, but we can't promise that you'll get the right disc back again. And I said, well, why not? You know, you're saying you're going to replace it, but you're going to replace it with exactly the same thing. Are these special features supposed to be on this disc or not? But nobody could give me a straight answer. And, you know, I'm trawling through the internet and various reviews. I read one review saying that, you know, the extras were missing, but, you know, don't worry about it. It's just a printing error. But nobody from Warner Brothers ever got back to me. Nobody from HMV ever got back to me. So anyway, 3 weeks later, I ended up with another box set, and I sent the original one back to HMV. They said they would replace it, but they couldn't promise. Blah, 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 blah. I've got this one now. The Mad Max disc still says it's got extras on it, but they're not there. Don't worry about it. What's good about these discs is they look absolutely fantastic. If you've ever had previous versions of Mad Max on DVD or even Blu-ray, the Blu-ray of the Road Warrior always looked, I thought, pretty good. The others were okay. Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome was always a bit ropey. It looked awful on DVD. It wasn't great on Blu-ray. But I think they all look spectacular. Road Warrior looks absolutely fantastic. Mad Max, which was a rough and ready, low-budget film, looks fantastic on this. There are some ropey shots here and there, but I think it was just the film stock they were using at the time. But all in all, pin sharp, wonderfully saturated colours, looks fantastic. And of course, Mad Max Fury Road just looks stunning. All the films are great. If you're a Mad Max fan and you've got some money, buy this. I recommend it. The films look absolutely fabulous in 4K. But music-wise, I love the music to the Mad Max films. I love the fact that the first two films were kind of low budget. You know, the second one, Mad Max 2, stroke The Road Warrior, had a slightly bigger budget, but still essentially low budget films. I just love the fact they had symphonic scores. Wonderful scores by Brian May, Australian composer. They went up a bit upmarket for Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, bigger budget, and they got Maurice Jarre on the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. Yeah, over to Other Me for a quick overview of the soundtracks that I have. I'm missing the original one, Mad Max, but here's Other Me. Okay, the music of Mad Max. I do not have the soundtrack to the original Mad Max. I just have the follow-up soundtrack, the Road Warrior, or Mad Max 2, as it's known here in the UK. Music composed and conducted by Brian May. I was really impressed with the scores for Mad Max and Mad Max 2. Just the fact that they had full-blown symphonic scores. A bit rough and ready in some places, but it fits the chaotic nature of the film, and it's just good to have this. The montage and the closing titles are fantastic. Yeah, great music. Brian May was an Australian composer, died quite a while ago, criminally young. But yeah, great score. Next up we have, this is a more lush score. This is Maurice Jarre's Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. This is the limited collector's edition. This was from Tadlow Records, but I initially got the score on this LP, which had Tina Turner songs on one side and a selection of score music on the other side. But these track listings, as Neil from Retro Reels pointed out, don't actually match up to what's on the LP. As I said, on one side it's the Tina Turner stuff, so We Don't Need Another Hero, and One of the Living, and then an instrumental version of We Don't Need Another Hero. And on the other side there is no apocalyptic prelude, and I think it's just Bosstown, The Children, and Coming Home. Coming Home is a long 15-minute suite of music. But I was just amazed that, Royal Philharmonic Orchestra doing the score for a Mad Max film. Fantastic. But what a recording as well. The Royal Philharmonic sounds absolutely huge, and I think it was augmented with all sorts of ethnic instruments, you know, didgeridoo and various other things. But it's a wonderful, wonderful score. And it's even better on the expanded version. 2 discs. Includes the original soundtrack album tracks as well. But yeah, you can still pick it up here and there, but well worth tracking down if you're a fan of Maurice Jarre or indeed Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Just a quick one. I did a James Horner kind of retrospective covering my James Horner scores on LP and CD, but I missed out one. So there's the one I missed out. An American Tale. Lovely, lovely score. Have that on LP. Just thought I'd mention that. Anyway, back to Other Me. Well, thank you, Other Me. I forgot to mention the score to Mad Max Fury Road. People are split on this. Some people think it's wow, fantastic. I really like it. I think it's good. There is an expanded version of this which is about 2 hours long, and I downloaded that when the film first came out, thinking, oh yeah, we've got to get the big long one. It's almost too much. I prefer this shorter version of it. Some great stuff on there. There's some other stuff that's meh, but you get that with all scores. I think it works brilliantly with the film. You know, it's got its fans and it's got its detractors, but I like it. Not a huge fan of Tom Holkenborg, but when he can kick out a really good theme now and again. Yeah, I love the score to that. I didn't mention it on the other segment. So yeah, overall, I love these 4K versions of Mad Max. I've been a Mad Max fan since I saw the first one in probably about 1982, something like that. Yeah, just great fun action films. And the new film Mad Max Fury, well, new 7 years ago, was to me just astonishing. An astonishing film. Deserved all its Oscar nominations. It was a hit, but it wasn't a massive hit. It deserved to be a huge hit. Be interesting to see what they do with the Furiosa prequel, directed again by George Miller. So yeah, that's it for now. I keep saying, you know, I'll be doing this next, but I tend to forget. So I'm starting to write things down on little bits of paper, which I will then lose. So I've got Mad Max written on here. Willow, I'm going to do a video on Willow. I might pair it with Krull because I think they're kind of similar. I got the Glory CD the other day, and somebody mentioned, I can't remember his name, and I do apologise, in the past day or so, that I should maybe do a La La Land video, get all my La La Land CDs out, so I'll do that. Yeah, I've got some deliveries coming in the next day, or tomorrow in fact. I've got a DHL parcel which I missed from Quartet Records, but it's been redelivered tomorrow, so I'll get that tomorrow. I got a package today. Excuse this unprofessional just walking towards the camera. Got this from Varese Saraband, but I'm not going to open that till tomorrow. I've got an order coming from Amazon tomorrow with a disc in it and some other bits and bobs, and the Quartet, which has got 2 CDs in it, so I'll do all that tomorrow. So I'll do an unboxing, an enveloping, blah 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 thing tomorrow. Replicant Me, what did you think of all that? Well, nice. Till tomorrow. Good day.